Our large number of representatives also called for quick implementation of FATF recommendations relating to virtual assets. Appreciating India's effort in countering terrorism and its financing, all the countries and organizations appreciated India's efforts in hosting the third NMFT Ministerial Conference on counter-terrorism financing. The participants in the conference focused on developing workable and practical solutions to counter terror financing across the world. The participants in the conference focused on developing workable and practical solutions to counter terror financing across the world. Representatives of many countries not only resolved to choke the financial flows to terrorists, but they also shared the status of implementation and the legislative and regulatory frameworks which have been put in place and steps which have been taken in their jurisdictions against money laundering and terrorism financing. Many representatives of countries also called for quick implementation of the FATF recommendations. I would now like to briefly mention highlights of some of the views of the delegations which participated in the conference. My sincere apologies for not being able to mention here the views of most of the delegations, which are very valuable indeed and would go a long way in curbing financial flows to the terrorists. Our large number of representatives also called for quick implementation of FATF recommendations relating to virtual assets. Appreciating India's effort in countering terrorism and its financing, Australia expressed concern that emerging technologies and weapons such as chemical and biological can provide new tools to the terrorists. France underscored the need for investment in digital innovations, while FATF outlined the overall approach taken by FATF on AML and CFT matters and the need to focus investigations into financial misappropriation and malfeasance of rogue entities. While UNODC highlighted the nexus between terrorists and transnational organized crime, especially drug trafficking and the financing of terrorism, Ghana called for steps to prevent exploitation of national resources by terrorist organizations. Canada highlighted the mammoth increase in the usage of virtual assets during the last 3 years, almost to the tune of around 2,000%, and the possibility of its misuse for illegal purposes. Interpol highlighted the challenge of global capacity building in the required technical skills. The representative from Singapore spoke about how they had leveraged public-private partnerships in countering terrorism financing, while Nigeria highlighted the strides taken by financial intelligence units in the fight against terror financing. All the countries and organizations appreciated India's efforts in hosting the third NMFT Ministerial Conference on counter-terrorism financing and called for implementation of an operational roadmap against terror financing. Sir, talks are going on for holding the fourth NMFT conference with a few countries, and we are hopeful that this process will be carried forward, and this NMFT conference will become an annual event